You are now listening to the Beats, Brews, and Life podcast.
Beats, Brews, and Life.
Peace, everyone. This is the Beats, Brews, and Life podcast. I go by the name Maurice Daniel. I have my co-host and brother in beer, Bernard, with us.
We are back again.
And this is, what is this? This is episode, give me a second. I got to do math in my head real quick. This is episode 25. I had to think about that. Jesus,
fire.
man.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Fire.
We getting there.
That's fire.
And today we are kicking it with the homie DJ RedHanded. What's going on, brother?
Yes, sir. What up, though? How y'all doing?
Hell yeah. It's good to have you here, bro.
Appreciate y'all, man.
It's been a minute in the making. We've been trying to make this happen for.
I know this is cool. It's cool that we actually have to get our first conversation, on the air.
Yeah.
We haven't really chopped it up like that. So
It's all good. Absolutely.
dope.
Absolutely. And we're about to have a couple of brews, which is going
Yes,
I
sir.
feel like on this show, like things get kind of loose because you're having some drinks. Like
Right.
Yeah,
naturally.
y'all got that strong shit over here.
Yeah.
Do you drink much at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I like an assortment of things.
You a beer guy?
Yeah, but I'm not like on y'all level. I'll still be drinking swamp water and
Hey,
shit.
no. Listen, every time, no bullshit. Every time me and B go to a venue, B is always drinking like Miller High Life or PBR.
Damn right.
Like
Damn
all the
right.
time.
Best cheap beer ever.
I'm still on my snob shit. I go to a venue and I'm still like, man, give me some sort of fruited sour or some shit. Like, I need
Man,
something other.
See, craft beer is expensive already. When
It
you start
is,
going
right.
to venues, like they
It's a
triple
whole.
the price.
Yeah, they do.
If I'm doing craft beer, it needs to be like the 13% joint or something
Yeah,
like
so you
that.
can have
Max
one
out.
and
Yeah.
be smacked. Yeah, word.
Okay, well we
Well,
close to it up here.
we gonna do something like that. We're gonna get it cracking though because it's time for a beer. I've had a long, hard day, and I think that I deserve a beer.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I was thinking maybe we start with this bearded iris again and again. This is a pale with clementine, blackberry, and it says lightning. I don't know what the hell that means, bro, but we gonna find out.
Make it sound good though.
Have you had this?
No.
Bruh, so just a little side note. I was in Nashville not too long ago, right? I went to Bearded Iris, and I looked at their board, and everything on the board was IPAs except for two beers.
That's all they make.
That's all they make?
And then they do like a few stouts, and then once they expand it.
I don't know. I was
Okay,
telling-
I'll stop right there.
Yeah. I was looking for something a little more than just an IPA. Like, not that I'm mad at IPAs. Like, IPAs are fire, right?
Right.
Well, nah.
They're just kind of like overdone to me.
I feel like there's more, like the world has more to offer than IPAs, everybody. You do not have to
Exactly.
exclusively drink IPAs. There's more beer in the world, and I feel like people should be expanding their minds
Save
and their
some for the
palates.
homie over there.
We got to save some for the homie off camera, of course. It's not much in there. It's really like a sip. I feel like I'm disrespecting you a little bit. I'm sorry. the clapper, famous hands. Gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
It's not bad.
I'm not getting any of those flavors though.
I was about to say, is it? You said it's fruit in there?
I mean,
It's subtle.
the can says blackberry currant and lightning. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's the name of it? Like, that's not the name of it though.
Nah,
You
the
said
name is the
blackberry cranberry
Blackberry currant
currant.
and lightning. No, I
I
get
guess it's a little blackberry-ish.
no. It's not like it's not fruited though. If it's anything in it, it's like real subtle. They're trying to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, this is just like a typical pale, I'd say.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's just a typical pale.
It's a little easy drinking beer.
Okay.
Like,
So free game. A little bit of free game. What would you do with a pale, B? What would you do with this?
drink it.
Drink it?
Nah, yeah. Nah, you can pales can actually be pretty interesting as far as pairing stuff with because there's hoppy pales that kind of a little more towards the IPA side. There's like just basic pales. This seems more of a little basic pale ale, but you still get a nice little hop crisp flavor in there. You get a lot of like slightly earth
Yeah.
tones in there, which is pretty cool.
It's like an intro pale.
Yeah, it's definitely like, it's I don't know, it's super easy. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
just an
hoppy
easy
as hell.
It's just an easy drinking pale ale. I mean,
Yeah.
you can do some light stuff with it. Like, if you want to go the cheese route, I always mention cheese, as I am a cheesemonger. But
Would you say what, like some
you can
cheddar
do
or
like
something?
A brie, yeah, cheddar, brie,
Brie,
pretty cool with
so
this.
something smooth and
Yeah,
creamy,
just
something.
smooth.
But I wouldn't go like heavy cheddar, probably like a lighter,
It'd
milder
have to
cheddar.
be like a real mild cheddar.
Yeah, something
a
milder.
young cheddar. As far as age and cheese goes, that's a whole nother conversation right there.
I've been learning my pairing game, man. I've been reading the book. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trying to eat a little bit, trying to step my game up a little bit. This
Y'all
is
classy up in here.
I mean, we're trying.
Yeah, I respect.
We're
it.
trying. We
I'm
just
trying to
drink a
get on
lot.
y'all
Don't be fooled, bro. We just drink a lot. That's it. We drink and eat a lot. It's not anything fancy. I think it comes to you with time. Like, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm immature.
So one more cheers. Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
What we're gonna do now, we're gonna get into a 20-minute beat set from random homies from all over the place, people that we've met in our travels, people that we know, people who've been awesome enough to send music into the show. If you do want to send music into the show, you can do so by sending your beats to beatsbrewsandlife@gmail.com, all one word. Just make sure that you give us a name for your beat, give us your social media information, give us, you know, all the information that we need to spread your vibe in your way. We will tag you, make sure that you get credit, that our followers can follow you. So please get those beats submitted, but keep it locked. This is Beats, Brews, and Life.
Hey, now,
This is a Switchbridge production.
yeah, fuck it.
Peace, everyone. Welcome back to the Beats, Brews, and Life podcast. I am still your host, Maurice Daniel. I am still kicking it with my brother Amir Bernard.
Cheers.
We are still kicking it with the homie RedHanded.
Yo.
Yeah, just kicking back, drinking some brews, talking about all types of random things.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think it's time for us to get into another beer and have you kind of guess some flavor. See if you can guess what's in this beer that we're about to crack open.
All right, let me get my palate ready. Let's
So,
do this.
we're not going to tell you what it is that we're drinking quite yet, but after we drink it and after RedHanded guesses, we'll tell the people what we're drinking.
All right, cool.
For sure, man.
We just gonna thug it out because you usually rinse the glass out between beers, but
That's all right. It'll be fine.
this beer's so heavy, it won't even matter.
It
That looks like coffee
it
right
looks
there.
oily. Yes.
It look like some nice Colombian coffee.
Like that Cuban zoom.
Yeah.
Shit that'll have you up for 4 days.
Got
All right.
some left over for the homie Mike. He'll
All
get a
right.
can in a sec.
We ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Oh man, that's dark.
It is super dark and it's got like a lot of sweetness to it.
Man, I fuck with this can design here.
Man, I don't even know what's in it, so
I don't know. It tastes like some kind of apricot or I don't know. It's
I do get a hint of something that kind of feels a little citrusy. Or
yeah,
like a
slight
like
citrus,
fruit, like slight.
but you know. But some kind of berry as well.
You way
Cold.
Damn,
cold.
man.
Oh, I don't. Who knows?
Super sweet.
It'll probably get you fucked up though.
It's super sweet. There's definitely something bitter going on in there too. Why am I guessing? Let me leave it.
I think that's all I got. All I
guess.
got is like some kind of apricotish fruit kind of thing going on. I'm not sure what the wheat is either. But it's good. It's not bad. I could have a glass once in a while.
Nice.
I don't know about drinking more than one of them. You know.
What you got, B? What's going
So
on
right
in there?
now we are. These are the homies. Birds Fly South up in Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah, or Greenville. They're somewhere up there in one of those cities.
Yeah.
Those are the homies, though, man. They actually tune into the podcast a lot too.
Yeah,
Which
they
is
actually,
tight.
they sent
Yeah.
the message.
So this is their bourbon barrel aged Empress Rising Imperial Stout coming in at 14.5% ABV.
Goddamn.
Yeah, this is infused with 3 different peppers. What is
Ooh,
it?
pepper.
Yeah, there is.
I
a
can
spiciness.
taste that now. Yeah.
Yeah. One of them's chipotle, and the other 2 are 2 peppers that I can't even pronounce.
I like it. I'm not mad
Vanilla,
at
chocolate, and cinnamon.
that. Vanilla, chocolate, cinnamon, and peppers.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
That's a marriage. I'm not mad at that. It's part of me kind of wishes it was a little more like of a kick in it, like which is
Right. Well, when it comes to putting peppers in stouts, like people are real funny about them because they could get real hot real fast.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's a brewery in Alabama that makes Good People Brewing. They make this stout that
Good
come out
People,
every
yeah,
year,
they got
and they got a
Birmingham.
chili pepper stout, and it's like fire. Like,
Yeah.
not a fire as in it's good. It is good, but it's just like heat.
Yeah.
Like heat.
So super spicy.
Yeah. So
Like maybe okay. I
It
mean
does
I don't
have a
know.
lingering
you
spice
gotta
to
be
it.
right. You just gotta be careful. Like me in the food industry, I learned you gotta be careful with spice because
Yeah.
people handle spice different.
Mhm.
So
True.
if you gotta make a lot of it, you don't want a lot of it that people can't drink.
I mean I personally like so Mexican cake, Westbrook Mexican cake, like that's
It's
super
a perfect.
spicy. Like, I
It's
love
too
it.
spicy.
No, it's perfect
Oh, I was
spicy.
about
I
to say
love
that's
that.
like the perfect amount of spice.
It's a little spicier than this. Yeah, it's a little spicier than this. I love it myself
Yeah.
personally. All right. How you feel about it, man? So far, so
I like
good?
it. I like
Okay.
it. I don't
Cool.
even know if I'm gonna be able to finish it though.
A little oily.
Yeah.
It's a little thick.
It's a little some molasses right there.
Yeah. What do you typically go for if you're gonna have a beer? What do you typically drink?
Man, I'm cheap. You
Yeah.
know, I'll go grab a 40 ounce and a pint of Cavassier.
I'm
and
not
shit.
even mad at you. Like, listen, it gets the job done. That's all
Yeah,
that matters.
man.
Yeah, it
But
gets-
if I'm gonna go spend the money on a six pack, I really like Dale's Pale Ale.
Dale's Pale Ale.
Yeah.
Like that's
Hey.
solid, yo. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's solid.
That's always
actually.
like kind of my go-to
Okay,
if I'm gonna spend
okay.
some money.
That brewery is freaky, yo.
Yo, what you mean, like?
Man,
What do you mean? You got a story? Tell me that you got a story.
Did you
man.
go to one in Colorado or North
no,
Carolina?
the one in North Carolina.
Okay, yeah.
See, the one in North Carolina. Like,
So Oscar Blues.
yes, bro.
Okay.
So
Oscar, I think it's Oscar Blues.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Or they say Oscar Blues.
I have
I
no
always
idea.
said Oscar.
I'm saying I don't know.
Could be-
I mean,
man.
it's a K. It's not a C. So I
Maybe
mean,
Yeah.
maybe we just over fancied it up. Or something. Oscar.
so what happened? What you got a story about this? Brewery?
Oh,
What you
bro.
talking about?
So I go to I'm up in Asheville one day, and I'm on my way back from Asheville, and so I take the scenic route, go through the mountains and shit.
Yeah.
So I could go past Oscar Blues. I pull it. Oscar Blues is so far off the highway, it's ridiculous. It's like in the cut, like places where you feel like we shouldn't be.
Where
in the
maybe
cut.
black people get murdered. Like,
In the cut.
Yeah.
It's just a warehouse. So I pull up. It's like I'm the only black dude there, of course, because it's way off in the cut in the middle of fucking. It's just corn.
You went by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
man.
On my way.
brave soul.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
For beer, huh? Anything for
Hey,
beer.
man. Tool on deck.
Okay. So you was okay.
But nah, so I pull up, man. You go in there, it's this crazy little warehouse, and all this shit is hanging off the ceilings, and like all this aluminum shit is just weird. And you got like go up the steps, and then it's one way in. Once you go up the steps, it's literally the only way out is down those fucking steps. It's like this shit is weird. Yeah, like,
No, man, that's
Do
a
they have
different type of
do
energy.
they have like a little venue in the basement?
nah,
They don't.
Nah, and it's like the bar is upstairs and below it, I guess that's where they did all the brewing and stuff is at. And then
Yeah.
it's like chain fences in between, like you literally going up the steps like this.
I don't
yeah,
know,
dude.
bro.
I had to get out of there before it got dark.
You're better man than me. I don't know about it, bro. I don't know about it. All right. So anyway, red-handed man. Let's talk music, man. So
Yes,
sir.
when you so you say Courvoisier and a 40, like is that like part of your creative process or no? Or do you-
I try not to connect the two, too much, but yeah, definitely.
yeah.
For
Okay.
sure.
Like-
A little something. Sometimes I drink a little tequila.
Okay.
I like tequila and I like cognac. That's my main thing.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I've had too many dark days on tequila, bro.
Yeah,
many
it
dark
gets real sometimes. But when
Yeah.
you mature with tequila, you can it's kind of nice sometimes.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Do you have like some type of like ritual when you go into like your station to create, or like not really?
I mean, just roll up, crack the beer open. That's about it. Listen to some records, maybe. If I'm trying to figure something out, I might listen to records. I might not even sample anything, but
Yeah.
just to get
Just
me
to
in
get
that
like where your mind is, or
frame.
where you might want to go.
Yeah, definitely.
No doubt.
Or and then I'll just sit at the keyboard, play with some chords.
Nice.
Maybe YouTube, try to learn something new that I can implement. Because I get bored super easy. Like sometimes I can get stuck in that. Repeating
I know.
rap,
Yeah,
you
right.
know what I mean?
Cause I feel like they're like these phases of your creativity, and like sometimes like I remember when I found drum fills, I went drum fill crazy for
Yeah,
like
man.
2 months,
Yeah,
and then
it's
it's
all
like
about the drum
everything had a
fills.
drum fill, right? It's like you can't do that every time, man. Like I
No.
I get it. You gotta like shake up
Yeah.
your sort of like what you're doing. YouTube University. Like I like to
Oh,
call it.
period.
YouTube University is like the way to learn anything.
I got like 8 degrees in that motherfucker.
Word, man, word. We should start our own YouTube University, sort of beer school of some sort, and just give people
I'm with it.
That'd be tight.
give people free game.
I'm with it.
That'd
yes,
be tight.
yes, man. Nice, man. So, what's your current setup, man? What do you use? What's your weapons of choice for creating?
Man,
for
this
making
new,
these magic beats that you make.
This new studio is kind of ridiculous. I got, both my techniques on my left side.
Okay.
I got 2 synthesizers, the Behringer Deep Mind, and then the Mini Nova above that. And then I just got this new, the Studio One Sledge, big old 61 key
Hell yeah,
synthesizer.
yeah.
I'm really into synthesizers. That's my shit.
Okay.
That's what's up, man.
And then I got my Ableton Push.
Yeah.
Originally I was an MPC dude. I started kind of before all the drum packs and all that. So all my shit used to come from vinyl. So I still, try to emulate that kind of original formula on the Push.
Okay.
So, and then I got my drum set right next to the Push, so I'm mic'd up. So I
you
started
got-
as a drummer originally.
So
Okay.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm burping.
You
I mean, but
good.
that's to be
Well,
expected.
well,
We're
it's
drinking
beer, man.
Yeah.
Started as a drummer, so were you in bands growing up or anything?
Not like on my own. I had some homies we would jam with, and then I was always in the school band. I played jazz band all throughout high school, all that good stuff. And then I was really getting into DJing at the same time, and then I, kind of developed a lot of different hobbies, and then, it's difficult to find that balance. I'll go 6 months where I'm focusing on fucking DJing and scratching and patterns, and and then I'll kind of migrate. Then I'll start learning chord progressions and working on beats, and I kind of go all over the place because I got, my mind be all over the place. I got to have all kind of projects and toys to mess with and all that.
Nice, man, nice. How long you been at it? What'd you say?
Shoot, I started DJing and messing around with records like around 12 or 13. I'm 26 now. Started producing 13, 14, so it's been almost 12, 13 years.
Oh, you a young man, yo.
Yeah, yeah.
I started at 26.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I swear, I started at 26.
That's a beautiful thing, though.
Yeah,
and you can learn anytime. It don't matter.
I mean, bro, I guess it doesn't. At the end of the day, it's really just more so about like kind of creating that magic. Like if you can create that magic, it doesn't matter when or when you started, how you started. Like just as long as you can get to that end goal.
Exactly. Right. If you discipline, you put your hour a day in,
Word.
You'll be fine.
Word.
Right. Yeah.
Word.
What is it? 10,000 hour rule, man.
10,000 hour
man.
rule, man.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's
go.
true. It's
All right,
very true.
So, like, what inspires your creativity? Like, what makes you like what brings you to that space? Like, what is the reason that you do this, or what are you trying to achieve? Like, when you go lock in, what are you looking for?
I mean, it's really just an outlet for me. I was always kind of, I grew up like real shy and quiet and kind of a in the background type of person. And then music was a really good way for me to actually like express myself in an articulate way.
Yeah.
So it's always kind of been like that. I get my inspiration mostly from living life. Obviously other creative sources, art, other music, but I find that if I'm not living my life consistently and going out and experiencing things, my music suffers as a result. So, I gotta keep that balance and then bring that back into the studio and then get inspired that way.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that, man. A lot of people tell me that. I guess it does help because anytime that I've ever like done something like major or drastic, or it's been like a huge life change, or I travel somewhere, like it always finds like there's like every beat that I make like is named like based off of like a situation that's actually happening.
That's better than me. I'll be like KKKKKK. JKGH. It'd be like beat one, or be like this is Blapper, and then this next one is Blappers with 3 Z's.
Word. Nah, no bullshit. If we were in my studio right now, it would be bourbon barrel maple stout.
Right.
Damn,
Like
okay.
literally, like I would
That's
call
dope.
a beat that. Like it's just about like what's going on, who's around me, like what are we talking about. But I feel like for me, man, it's all about like it's the conversations that I have with people. It's about like these like I don't even like the word unrealistic anymore. Like I think I want to bury that word.
Yeah.
But like we're gonna say like these thoughts of grandiose, right? Like how can I be like the soundtrack to your travel trip?
Right.
Like that's what I want. It's a grander idea sometimes than just like
That's dope.
just making a beat. Like I want you to get married to this. I want you to like not get married. Go on your honeymoon.
Right.
I want you to go on your honeymoon to this. Like I want you to like unwrap Christmas gifts to this. I want you to
Barbecue
study to
every
this.
Sunday
I
with
want
it.
you to clean your house on Sunday to this. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like and I want to be like to me personally, like music, like when somebody like allows you into like the car or like their cleaning ritual, like that's an intimate ass space.
Right.
They fuck with you.
So yeah,
You know what I
sure.
mean? Like for sure, yo. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Word.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I've never been one to plan things out. I probably should be a better planner in retrospect, but I'm like I really like, I'm one of those kind of hipster let it roll, you know, let the creativity flow through my fingertips, see what happens type of person. I don't really have an end goal for anything that I make. Like I'll have a whole bunch of beats that I just been making. My artist comes through, he'll like hear something that might just be a loop, and then he likes certain parts of that, and then I'll build on it. Like I have tons of just incomplete ideas, and it's a gift and a curse, to work like that.
It's most of my catalog.
Yeah.
If you want to be real.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a good space. You gotta have bones first before you
Definitely.
Yeah, you gotta have bones. Like the life will come later. I feel like.
Yeah, and it's got to stand the test of time. It's easy to be deceived in the moment, but you have to learn to kind of hear and see everything that you're doing from an outside perspective, and then let it marinate as well.
Nah, that's an interesting concept, man. Like to just be able to like, okay, like I guess I never really. But you're right though, like stand the test of time. Because sometimes like I'll make something and be like, oh my god, that's fire.
Right.
Or I'll hear a sample and think it's the illest shit ever, and then like come back to it and be like, nah.
Right. And then sometimes it works in reverse. Yeah.
Exactly. And then vice versa. Like for sure. Like it's been a ton of things where I was like, this is not going on. Like this is trash. And I just set it to the side. You come back like, holy shit, where has this been all my life? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Another thing that helped me is working with people sitting around the studio. A lot of people don't like a lot of outside influences and people just drinking and smoking and partying around you. But like, I don't know, being in that kind of environment kind of helped me learn to take game and run with it, and then leave other input where it, it's not used. Right. And kind of learning how to take outside influences and then open up your mind while still being productive and type of, I don't know how quite to explain that, but having people around you while you're making music has been dope for me.
Okay, so do you seek feedback from people? Is that like a part of
definitely
your game?
Yeah, positive or negative feedback. I want real honest, useful feedback, even if it's like super hater shit that's most people would just set aside. There's still something to that. Right. There's still information there. Yeah. So I believe in taking that and then implementing it in a way that makes it positive for you. I'm
just learning that.
Yeah.
I haven't always been open to like I'm a sensitive artist.
Yeah. everybody
yeah,
is.
Bro. I mean like I'm like fuck you mean it's too slow. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I be puffing my chest out like what you mean?
I just dropped a music video with the homie Disobey on that Independent Dope blog or whatever, and then somebody commented, he was like, trash, and he drive a 93 Mercedes. And I was just like, damn. I got a chuckle out of it though, you know.
Word.
But like that was an ignorant comment, but I'm like, okay, maybe I need to sauce up a little bit,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice, man.
And
nice.
it's always just like ignorant comments.
Yeah.
It's just like if you say trash, then why do you think it's trash?
Like give me some feedback.
Give me
like
some
why
feedback.
is it trash? Like
it's like if you just say it's trash, like now you're hating.
It's
a difference from feedback and just somebody just like
definitely.
I'm starting to take the comments a little bit different, just as a person who, like I'm starting to feel like I'm moving into this like space of like not like I'm a doer now. Like, I'm not talking about anything. We gonna do some shit, right? So like when it comes from people who aren't doing too much, like I take a step back and I'm like, all right, there might be some real value here, but don't take it personal.
Exactly.
Like you always move with like what you believe at the end of the day.
It's
so
it's just marketing analytics.
Like,
That's it.
Right.
You're adding to your understanding of your your demographic, your target demographic. That's
big
it.
facts, man. Big facts. I hear a southern draw. Is that what I hear?
Man, I just been in Atlanta too long. People don't know where I'm from. I'll have like a southern accent with like super West Coast slang, and like it's a little bit lot sometimes.
Where you from? Bro?
I'm from Denver, Colorado originally.
Denver, Colorado.
My dad's from North Carolina too, so
okay.
Yeah.
So that that you pick up.
Yeah,
on that
so
too.
I would always come down south in the summer times and stuff when I was growing up.
How long you been here in Atlanta?
4.5 years, something like that.
So not that long. We're close to the same. In September for me, it'll be 4 years.
Where you from again?
From Maryland.
Okay, that's right.
Baltimore.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely,
what's
man.
So, how's the music scene in Colorado? Because I don't know.
I don't know anything.
Yeah,
about.
I can't name any artist from Colorado.
It's interesting, and it's kind of one of those cities that has like a lot of talent, but there's not any real platforms. It's kind of a lot of crabs in the bucket type of stuff going on. But it's not as big on hip hop. There's a lot of talented people in the hip hop game out there.
Right.
A lot of which I work with personally. But it's really more of an electronic, demographic.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like dubstep, and they got Red Rocks out there. So
Red Rocks Amphitheater.
Yeah,
right?
so they throw like those huge raves and light shows.
That's gotta be amazing.
It
yo.
is pretty awesome.
Flight tomorrow.
If you ever go to a show anywhere, just go to Red Rocks. Like it's beautiful.
Okay, nice, man. I would love to at some point. And
plus, that's definitely a place, especially Denver, Colorado in general. Definitely a place I need
it's
to
fun.
visit.
It's a fun city.
You can do a lot there as far as like there's hiking there, man. There's camping
Yeah,
there.
you in the city, city, and then you drive 30 minutes, and then you can get lost.
See,
And
know,
then-
with that,
okay.
and the beer scene is insane.
Right.
So,
I hear that there was a time in life where they had more breweries per capita than any other place in the United States. First
Yeah.
of all.
Yeah.
And then the elephant in the goddamn room, weed is fucking legal, bro. Like,
Right.
go burn it down. It's not bad.
Right.
It's not a bad look, man.
That's definitely a place.
Still get some contacts though before you go there. Don't be buying the dispensary weed. That shit kind of garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't get it from the dispensary?
Yeah, man. Ever
Where
since
you get it from?
ever since they legalized weed, you got people's hands in the market that shouldn't be in there. Like, so it's a lot of rush product. People not curing nothing. You know,
Yeah.
and then Colorado's super dry. Like, there's
Oh,
no
man.
moisture.
Yeah.
So people don't really take the precautions to take care of their weed. But the homie up the block still got the sack.
That's crazy though. Like you would think that now that it's legal, like
Yeah.
why would you have to go call homie and do
Yeah.
like okay, you learn something new every day apparently, huh? Okay,
It might level out. Like, it's people don't understand that's like a really long process. Like, they
Yeah.
legalize it. Okay, now we have 10 years of gray area and weird legislation and manufacturing issues and
Right, right,
bureaucracy stuff.
Okay. So as far as your music goes, as far as your production style goes, man, like let's say you had to like kind of compare your style, and I know that this is a horrible question, so please, I don't want you to compare
you
yourself to
good.
anybody. Like if you had to compare your style to something, is it more like polished? Are you more like a Dre? Are you more like a sort of like a rough around the edges, kind of smooth like a Dilla? Are you more like give me an idea of like how you would describe your style to somebody who doesn't like? Matter of fact, the people who are listening right now, how would you describe your style?
So, I try not to put myself in a pocket, but I was definitely, in Denver, we have like a lot of influence from the Bay Area, Texas, a lot of Midwest, so Kansas City, Ohio, Chicago, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a melting pot for all those styles, and I was real inspired growing up by, Battle Cat, DJ Quick, Pimp C and Corey Mo for UGK, Mr. 3-2.
Okay.
And then of course Dilla, Pete Rock. It's I like to think of myself as kind of a melting pot in a happy medium of all those different styles.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll get real gutter dirty south with it with trap hi-hats, or sometimes I'm on some smooth roads.
Yeah. Okay.
Or some super. I love synthesizers, so I heavy on the
Nice.
funk and synth and all that kind
I'm
of stuff.
with
so
that, man.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Sounds like some fire. Actually.
Synthesizers, man. Like,
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of chill waves, minimal waves,
Yep.
dark waves. So it's just
Yeah.
Yep.
synthesizers is the move for me.
Man, one of my favorite dudes to do it on the synthesizer, or just on keys. Period, man. I think Mind Design is like he's gotta be one of my favorites
Yeah,
with
he's
the
bananas,
keys.
yeah.
Kiefer too, like Kiefer's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, those gotta be my guys with the keys.
Yeah, and those people inspire me because I'm like not, I kind of just have a decent ear for, I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'm really trying to study up on my theory and get to that level.
Okay.
Because
okay.
I'm definitely, percussion heavy in all my music.
All right, cool.
I'm really trying to figure out what Colorado music scene is
It-
like, man. Like,
It's like a super dope place to see music. Like, since it's in the middle of the country, there's no other big cities around it. Like, you're literally surrounded by desert and mountains unless you go to, Phoenix, Minneapolis, or Vegas, or so people have to stop there
Right.
when they're touring, doing a nationwide tour. So a lot of, and there's a lot of great venues out there that can, fill that capacity. So it's actually super dope if you want to go see live music, hip hop, EDM, whatever.
Nice.
It was also like a super big, kind of jazz mecca in the 30s
Really?
and 40s. Yeah.
Hey, hell yeah.
Yeah, there's like a neighborhood called 5 Points. It was like, the
Yo, there's a 5 Points everywhere,
yeah,
bro.
Everywhere.
Yeah, like every city.
Yeah, and it was like kind of the main, jazz strip. It was a predominantly black area, and they kind of had their own economy, and all the jazz musicians would come
Nice,
through.
man. Nice.
It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So I gotta ask both of you this question. Am I tripping, or does that last beer have you just a
Yeah.
little bit, bro?
It's a lot. My lips is
Am I?
sticky.
Am I?
Yo,
Yo, I don't know. I feel like my neck is a little bit warm.
I
I'm
feel like I'm probably blushing in my cheeks and shit.
I'm not tipsy. But I didn't eat either. That could be a part of the reason.
Right.
I'm not tipsy, but my
feel
neck is
good.
warm. I feel kind of good. I'm warm. I'm loose.
not
I'm
bad.
loosened up a little bit.
And it doesn't leave like a bad taste in your mouth. It actually kind of goes away pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
most dark beers, it'll be kind of like you'll be tasting that shit when you go home.
Yeah. All right. So one important question that we are going to ask you, that we ask everybody that's ever come to the show so far: drums first or nah?
If I want to emphasize and do something different with my drums, and kind of be more meticulous with little fills and rhythms, then yeah, I'll do drums first.
Okay.
But probably 60-70% of the time I start with keys or sample or something.
Nice. Are you? Would you say you lean a little bit more towards sampling, or do you lean a little bit more towards original? How do you feel? Bernard, can I taste your bourbon? Is that possible, sir?
Yeah, that's
Well,
that's that OG bourbon.
This
right
is
there.
changed into something different. I thought this was Beats, Brews, and Life, but we are now drinking bourbon on the show. I'm with
It
the
starts
shits
with
though.
a B.
It starts with a B. I'm with the shits. I ain't mix with a little bit of that
Damn.
that beer in the bottom.
Damn,
of
you
it
already
too.
killed the other
Oh,
beer
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
You going crazy.
We would
We
never.
service
You
industry,
don't
bro.
never have to. That too. Like that's how we survive that shit. That's how you survive the service.
Yeah.
What was the question?
man. If you don't want to.
My bad. So we were talking about do you lean a little bit more towards sample based, or do you lean a little bit more towards like original? Like, I mean, I know it varies because it varies for me as well.
Yeah.
I lean towards sampling a little bit more myself. Like, do you think that you lean towards anything a little bit more, or not really?
I think I used to be extremely sample heavy, but as I've kind of gotten better at incorporating all the other instruments that I play. I've kind of been doing a lot of original shit lately and not really sampling anything. But sampling originally provided like a really good foundation for me because it helped me understood music and progressions
And arrangements
and
and, like,
arrangements
yeah.
and how to put a song together.
Yeah.
And then also playing those instruments because you lay the sample. All right, I gotta find the bass line, add some little.
You have a
spices
better
to
understanding
it.
of the elements of like that's gonna and
Yeah.
it even like changes and like it's it's really interesting how like literally like I'm not even 10 years in yet. I'm like 9 years in right now. I'll be 26. I mean I'll be 36. Man, look at me trying to. I'll be
26, man. Just rock it.
I'll take it, sir. I'll take it. I'll be 36. So, like when I started this, bro, like I didn't even know how to count bars when I was 26, right? And so like from there to like this like really vast understanding of like, and I can't even say super understanding of music. Like I'm not trained in how to play keys or chords.
Right.
I know how to cheat to play chords. I do know how to count. I do know like these little tricks of the trade or whatever.
You know how it's supposed to sound. Like
I know
you
how it's
listen
supposed
to
to
music,
sound, right?
Right.
But I mean, like, it's just amazing. If you spend enough time with this thing, like, you're gonna like continuously learn and like find these new passions and these new like same thing with cooking. I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Same
definitely.
thing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. All right, so talk to us a little bit about your favorite producers. I'm gonna ask you a question that we never asked on the show. After you tell, give me your Mount Rushmore.
Wait.
Wait. You got another question?
Yeah, before we
Okay,
let's switch it
okay.
up from the music aspect because we learned while we were off air that you do a lot of film. How did you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I got into videography really because I was tired of paying people to do my music videos, and it's like nobody knows what I be trying to do, or nobody understands your creative process or your ultimate goal.
I love
So I was like, I'm just gonna get a camera. I'm gonna start charging heads. I'm gonna pay the camera off, and I'm gonna start, have the camera around to film my own stuff, and then continue. And it really that's what I wanted it for initially, was to film on my own stuff. And I realized that was the only thing that was getting me, bill money, out of everything else that I was doing. So I started pursuing it, getting more lenses and equipment and trying to get more creative with it. And it's been coming together. I haven't really started like advertising, fully yet. It's really just word of mouth at this point.
Well,
but
now
it's
that
been
we
working.
know,
Yeah, man.
wink, wink.
Let me know.
Yeah, for sure,
So
for sure.
what are you shooting with right now?
So I got a Sony A7S II.
Nice.
I use my 14 millimeter Samyang, and then a regular, Sony 35 millimeter. It's pretty basic setup. And then I got the Canon 5D for my photography stuff. But yeah, nothing crazy. Gimbal lights. It's real basic at this point. But You know, I'm kind of proud of the work that's been coming together. I've been diversifying, you know, not just in the music industry. I'm doing, you know, commercials for body oils. I just did a whole documentary for a Feed the Homeless event. You know, so it's super dope, and it gets me involved. And then, you know, I get my foot in the door, and then, oh, you do music too? Oh, you know, it's a
Nice. Yeah.
it's,
So
a, it's a networking thing.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
So as far as you said people couldn't understand your creative process for your music video. So you rap or
No, I do everything except rap. You
Okay.
know, I'll record, make the beat, mix and master it, and then, you know, I work with other artists to do
Okay,
that. I'm not as comfortable on the mic, you know, so I let people that was born for it do it.
But if we have enough of this beer, you might freestyle. With it.
Oh no, you can't.
After the
you
show's
can't,
over,
you can't
right?
even get it drunk.
Okay. All right, so not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Cool. All right, so back to your Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Give us like 3 or 4 producers who would be on your Mount Rushmore. We have excluded Dilla from this conversation because Dilla is Dilla, and Dilla has his own mountain. He doesn't need to be on Mount Rushmore. We've granted Dilla his own mountain.
DJ Quick for sure. Pete Rock for sure.
Okay.
Number three is always the difficult one. I might do something different and say like the Bomb Squad or something, Public Enemy, you know, and Ice Cube's first.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like that. I feel like that was like super revolutionary first time, and to me, it influenced like the idea that, you know, the sounds that you're using are just as descriptive as the words are. You know what
Facts,
I mean?
yeah.
Like
facts.
like those beats sounded like crack. You know what I mean? Like it sounded like the '80s and the chaos, and you know, and then the lyrics to go along with it. I thought that was, so that would have to probably be in my top 3.
Okay, nice.
But it changes. You know, you ask me that 2 weeks from now, I'd be something totally
Big
different.
facts.
Yeah.
All right, so question I've never asked anybody on the show, and there are no cop outs and no like you cannot not answer this question.
Okay.
You cannot be politically.
All
correct.
right.
Okay. So DJ Quick versus Pete Rock. Why?
Uh,
Who's better?
Quick.
Quick?
Yeah.
Why?
Say that quick too.
Yeah. Why is DJ Quick better than
He's more versatile. He's also more musically inclined. Like you know, Roger Troutman taught him how to play the guitar, and you know, he has like real composition skills. Pete Rock is legendary because he can you know, he'll maximize the sound. He working on the 2000, so it's like he's using, you know, a unique bank transitions and all the weird shit that they have you do on the 2000 or whatever, and maximizing this sample and creating a whole structure out of it. That's dope. But for my personal taste, I don't know. The shit that Quick made was amazing, especially for his time. Like, and still today, you go back and listen to, you know, Safe and Sound.
Yeah.
Like, that album is insane with the production. He's playing all the bass lines. Like, it's all live music.
Yeah.
You know?
So Quick, I can't even lie, man. Like, my Quick knowledge is not that great.
And he can rap.
Right.
And he be spitting
rap.
game in his raps.
Yeah, he do.
He rap well, like, without a ghostwriter. So that's another plus.
Okay.
Nice.
Damn, I can't even. There's nothing I can say. But I can't
Hey,
shoot
you're
it
not
down.
gonna win a hip hop argument against me, bro.
We're
Like,
gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again, right-handed. Word.
So we have a lot of listeners who are very into beard and they love music, like myself, but we don't make music. Like, so what, as far as if there's anybody who wanted to get into making music, what would you recommend that they start with?
I mean, it depends on the angle you want to take. Like, if you just want to, you know, go into a standard production, I would either get a crack Ableton license and a $75 MIDI keyboard and start rocking. Or I know, like, some of them joints come with Ableton Lite, and then you good to go. You have everything you need right there. Although, you know, the real version of Ableton is expensive as hell. Right. But, you know, and then otherwise, just buy an instrument, start learning some theory, start playing around with chords. Like, if you want to get into music, you obviously have some kind of idea. Maybe it's just like melodies or rhythms. So, you know, emphasize that.
Right.
Okay.
You know.
All right, last question before we wrap this up, bro. Where can everybody find you on everything? So social media, where can we find your music? How do we stay down with what you got going on?
Okay, so everything is pretty much centered around my DJ RedHanded page. On Instagram, it's at the real DJ RedHanded. Twitter is at real DJ RedHanded. Facebook, same thing. I have stuff on, iTunes, all streaming platforms under DJ RedHanded. I also have, a bunch of artists. I got projects with the Hood Consultants, Disobey, Bastard Hootie. It's kind of a lot. I don't know. Like, really just peep my Instagram and, there's links to everything on there. So.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're a busy man. You working?
Yeah, I be doing too much.
You out here working. I appreciate. I respect
man,
it, bro.
I appreciate it.
A lot of respect, man. Thank you for coming through, brother.
Yes,
We
sir.
appreciate
Thank you.
yo. Absolutely, man.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure, yo. All right, y'all keep it locked. We are about to get into a 20-minute beat set with the homie DJ RedHanded. I've heard some of the things that this man does. Do not go anywhere. Keep it locked. This is gonna be fire. All right, peace.
Cheers.
Red motherfucker handed. Yeah, yo.
Sitting around here smoking weed with my niggas. I just hope when we gone that they don't forget us. I'm just sitting around here smoking weed with my niggas. I just hope when we gone that they don't forget us.
Look, we just sitting here trying to win. Pull up to the spot, it's a flock of bands. So much smoke, need oxygen. Re-up money, that's not to spend. All gold bottles, that tox again. Standing on the couch, me and my accomplices. Pop a bottle, spot the bitch. Get the bitch, got the bitch. Streets wanna know when you dropping there. Police wanna know how you got niggas on the side, hate to watch the shit. See you on top, so they throw rocks and shit. It was really with the talking shit. Me, I just went and got a pot to piss. Upgrade diamonds on my watch and shit. Pictures on the wall at my office sit. Red motherfucker handed.
Girl, Yeah.
Wind and sea, mixed thoughts in my brain. Never know if love will remain. Like a wave gone over my head. Don't know how your eyes ought to be red. Skies are filled with secret delight. Midnight rain, illusion in light.
gon' smoke 100 sacks. Shooting up your block, switch cars, then we double back. You a funny cat, you ain't made 100 racks. You ain't nothing like Nip Hustle, that's a fucking fact. Putting on for my city, got 100 stats. I'm the realest nigga and it can't front on that. A lot of fake niggas hate me cause they wanna rap. If they dumb enough to say it, I'ma fucking snap. Big guns, I got big guns, ARs, AKs, nigga, pick one. This young nigga on that shit, you should get on. And I promise you get fucked if your bitch come. No Shaminka Wood, nigga, show the crib love. Like that nigga Nip, kinda sick, blood. Know the me side niggas bang my shit tough, it's all up. Even to my homeboys that switched up. Funny thing is, they swore when I get rich, I turn my back on them, but I'm still up in the mix, huh? Goddamn, ain't that some shit? Can't a young nigga pull up in the 6, getting his dick sucked? Where your money at? We gon' smoke 100 sacks. Shooting up your block, switch cars, then we double back. You a funny cat, you ain't made 100 racks. You ain't nothing like Nip Hustle, that's a fucking fact. Where your money at? Where your money at? Where your money at? Yeah. Where your money at? Look, where your money at? 50s in your 100s at. Drop my new shit toward the world, then we double back. I be running laps till I'm running rap. But I don't want no help, ain't no fun in that.
Chain on my neck, weigh a kilo. Nigga just violated, piss dirty to his P.O. On a real nigga scale, 1 to 10, you a 0. Damn, met a bad bitch, she was Creole. On the West Coast, but she say she from the N.O. Act right, get your life change. Fuck a purse, you can get the last name. Real nigga shit, boy, I hate lame. All my niggas sell dope a gangbang. Me and Cash just to act right. If you ain't in a foreign, you don't look right. In the club, got them bottles on replay. Tryna break a record like a DJ. There's 150 bottles in one night. I get it, bitch, I'm
Brews, and Life.